Hello and welcome. I hope you're fine. Good day to be great and to feel great. You are important, and that is why. Today you have another chance in this life to celebrate yourself and to ensure that you love you, and that because of that you're making impact in the world. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We thank God for this day, and I hope that you're grateful for it. And I want to make sure that you are grateful for it. You don't take it for granted, because today is another day to make a difference in the world. What difference are you making? Welcome. My name is Winnie Kamuya, CEO International Renaissance Center, an international best-selling author, a speaker, and a coach. Welcome to today. I want to ask you, during this time of quarantine, lockdown, isolation, working from home, did you discover what is important to you? Did this time help to reveal what is important to you, so that as you live this life, you know, you understand, and you are able to impact the world? Because the beginning of making any change is to understand what is important to you, and then knowing that very well, you now know where you should put your effort and focus your energy. You stop focusing, as my mentor would say, on other dreams, or you stop straying away from where you're supposed to be moving towards to, and looking at what is important, because this reveals a lot of things that has to do with where you spend most of your time, what you will do next, places you might want to be, or activities you might want to involve yourself in. And maybe if you are thinking about leadership, what you will stand for and how you will make that happen. So what is the next thing, and how do you identify what is important to you? Because there are certainly certain things that you feel these are important, and this make your life more fulfilling, and this is why when your life is more fulfilling, then you are able to make changes in the world. So I want to make sure that you are authentic, and being authentic means that you have discovered yourself and you understand clearly what you stand for, or what is important to you, and how that makes you become impactful in the world. So I want to ask you, and I want to ask you to be listing down some of these things. We said you have to be having your notepad, your journal, you have to be noting these things, because if you don't identify them, then how will you know what is important to you anyway? How will you be able to understand why you do what you do? What is driving you? Because there has to be something driving you. If you're standing for something, that is something is what is important to you. And why is it important to you? Maybe there are certain reasons that came along that made you to make it an important aspect. And I want to ask you to look at the following things that will help you to know or to identify, and maybe you can add the lists to that. So is it your family? Is it your finances? Is it your friends? Is it your extended family? Is it work? Is it your hobbies? Is it your personal appearance? Is it your health and physical activities? Is it your nutritional eating habits? Is it your time alone with your spouse? Is it the quality time that you have with the children? Is it playing games? Like right now, I know a lot of people are playing games online. Is it talking to the phone? Is it watching television and watching the news? Which one is your priority? And we all have plenty. So keep on noting down the list. And when you are noting down your list, because the list could be very long. It will be able to give you ideas on where you've been spending most of your time. And then you'll be able to identify from there which one is the most important. And once you find out which one is important, you can rearrange them. And I guess because you've had a lot of time, this time you've had time to reflect, I'm sure you have seen that some things are not important more than others. Maybe you have discovered that your family comes first. It's your family that drives you maybe to work. It's your family that makes you do the things you do because you want to leave a legacy. It's your family maybe that is making you do great things in the world because you want to remain alive even as you live. Or maybe you might find it's work, or it's your alone time, or maybe it's your health, it's your eating, it's your friends, and all these various activities or things that you have identified can help you to narrow down to something that you want and you know that means a lot to you. Why is this important? Because it will help you to know, identify, if this is the number one thing that is important to me, how is it being impacted by the things I do? For example, if your family comes first, then you'll find yourself, you want to provide for them. So even when you're doing what you're doing, you remember, my family is important. So whatever I'm doing for the good of my family. And I know that even when I leave, that the family will know that I was there for them. And maybe it is because of that family that you have some values that talk about the importance of family. And maybe that is why you are also an elder in the church, in the community, in your entire family. And because you value family, then comes to number one. Okay? And that will help you, because when you have a family or relationships as number one, it means that whatever you do will be extended to the other people, because the way you treat your family, you'll be able to treat others in a similar way. So that can help you to know. And it will make your time easier in terms of planning, because when you are planning, and right now, I know you've learned a lot in the last few weeks or months in isolation, that I was spending more time in the office and not at home, or I was spending more time at home and not doing my work. Whichever is the case, what did you discover during this time? That is important to you, and you need to make sure that whatever you discovered, you are making some changes so that it is in line with your values and what you think are your priorities in your life. Why do I bring this? Because when you understand what is important to you in life, then you put these important things, number one, in your life. And whatever it is that you find and you discover or is revealed to you that this is important, it will impact on everything else you do. So when you are planning your life, everything will be included, because this is very important. And our brain is able to keep and maintain all this information and make sure that we are rearranging our programs to fit in line with those things. And that is why very key to understand your priorities, because they will help you in your life. They will help you lead that authentic life. And when you lead an authentic life, it means you can now lead from a point of your uniqueness. And when you know that, then you're about to become a transformational person, because everyone is looking for somebody who is authentic to guide them, to inspire them, to push them to get out of sticky places which they believe they are not going to be able to get out. So you can help them. And once you can help them, then you know for sure that you are living this life as uniquely as you should be, and you are being yourself. So if that is happening to you, then you will be grateful. So with that said, I want to remind you that knowing your value, knowing your priorities, knowing your priorities is very key. Very key to being authentic, because being authentic means that how you live your life is how you will lead others. Remember, you always lead yourself first before you lead others. So if you're going to lead yourself in a way that inspires others, that motivates others, then you're about to transform lives. And that is maybe the reason why you are here, because you're not just here to live the world as you found it. You are here to make an impact and leave the world as a better place. That is why it is good to know that you are not only here to just live, you are here to lead, impact, transform, make changes, and make sure the world is better as you live this world. So if you're doubting your ability to lead, then it means you cannot lead yourself, and that means you have no priorities. You just work with what comes and what you think will be the order of the day. And that's why you'll be carried away by the wind that is currently carrying away everyone who is not paying attention to what their priorities are. And that is why it is good to have this time to reflect. Yes, be aware of everything that is happening, but remain focused on your priorities, because at the end of the day, that is how we will remember you. And how we will remember you, that's the legacy that you leave. And that's how you lead yourself. So if you're still there, not sure whether you are leading or not, then you need to start focusing on yourself. Leading yourself first so that you can lead others. And when you understand that, then you understand that being unique means being different. Being different means that you are here for a reason and for a purpose. With that said, may I say I wish you a pleasant weekend. Make sure you're taking time to have self-care, because you also need self-care. Remember, we said that self-care helps you to be able to take care of others. By first of all, taking good care of yourself leading yourself first to lead others. So you self-care comes first, so you have to take care of yourself before you take care of others. And until next time, I want to wish you a blessed weekend. Take time to lead yourself first before you lead others. Remember, the world needs many more heroes like yourself. So don't let the world down. Don't let yourself down. Goodbye for now. Leave your comments and feedback below. And if you're watching as a replay, thank you for joining. Until next time, it's a goodbye.